Congratulations, you found the Only Murders After Show. One killer question.
Or maybe you just hit the button by accident.
Either way, too late now.
Oh, hello, and welcome to One Killer Question, the Only Murders in the Building after show. I'm your host, Michael Cyril Creighton. This season, Oliver has been so focused on his heart that he has put himself into cardiac arrest. In the process, he has hurt the investigation and his friendships. Has Oliver been kind of selfish? To help me answer that question, I would like to welcome Ryan Broussard and Andrea Martin.
Hello, hello.
Hello, hello.
How you doing?
So, Oliver's heart, is it messing with his head?
When is it not? Really, when is it not? Yeah, I think it is. I think Oliver's just always being pulled in two different directions of what is the right thing to do and what he wants. It's always I think it's always a battle.
And it's very hard to control your life when you've fallen in love. No wonder it's a pressure on his heart. But I don't think he has any other choice.
I know that we all love Oliver. I mean, he's a wonderful character. We're cutting him a lot of slack, though. I'm going to argue he's been very selfish throughout the season. I'm going to give some examples of why, and we could just talk about it. Okay,
Sure.
First off, the moment Ben died, Oliver's first thought was that his opening night was ruined. It was a disaster. And he still threw a party.
Well, he had all the food and liquor. You don't want to waste it.
That's true, that's
All
true. Dips, and there was shrimp,
He
I
got
think.
everything. Yeah, he had to tell the rest of the apartment he was having a party. You know, there's a lot of work that went into it.
Yeah.
I'm not with you on that. I think Oliver
Fair.
deserved to have the party.
Okay, when his good friend Charles is going through a romantic crisis with the delightful Joy.
Thank you.
One of my favorite characters.
Thank you.
And he has panic attacks about being on stage. Oliver's first choice is to replace him
Yeah.
with Matthew Broderick.
So quick as a whip, gotta pick which trip it did it.
Matthew Broderick! I've had sex dreams about this moment. How did you already nail that song?
What can I say? I'm a vessel.
Yeah, that's a hard line.
Yeah, we'll go
That's
hard line
cool.
on that. Yeah, we'll go hard line on that
Don't
one.
you think?
But it's Matthew Broderick, so we'll
It
give him-
is.
yeah.
Matthew Broderick is an American treasure.
Yeah.
Although maybe he's doing him a favor. Charles seems to not want to be in this play.
Well, I think that's what Charles acts like, but in his heart he wants to be, and he wants to prove to himself that he can still remember lines, and
Yeah.
he doesn't want to believe that he's of a certain age and how he can't act anymore. I think it's important.
Right.
Yeah.
All right, so this is a big one because this entire season for Oliver, the investigation has been secondary. That's what connects the trio. That's what connects Mabel, Charles, and Oliver.
Yep.
It's the investigation. And all he seems to be worried about is that whoever the murderer is, they're not in his show.
Yeah. When you've gone that long without, I guess, being relevant in the field that you want to be relevant in,
right.
and then you're finally given this opportunity, it's like, yeah, you don't want to blow it. So it's like, it forces you almost to be selfish, and I think it's like an understandable selfishness.
Yeah, I do too. Yeah,
Yeah.
He has to have tunnel vision in order to make this work.
Yeah.
I'm not going to use the word selfish. I'm going to use the word survival.
Yeah.
He's in survival mode. If this does not happen and it's a bomb, nobody's going to want him for podcasts, for friendship, for anything.
Yes, exactly. Exactly. All right, so what do we think about him erasing the lipstick off the mirror? That's a huge clue.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's a little fragile if we, let's be honest.
He's a little fragile.
he's a live wire, isn't he?
Yeah.
You don't want to push him too much.
No.
Because God forbid what will happen.
To defend Loretta or to make sure that nothing happens to her because he's fallen in love with her, he has to betray his friends. So it's never a simple solution to anything that he does. It's literally one of his rules is don't fall in love with one of your actors.
Right.
So he's breaking his own rules. So you kind of know how deep in he is and how in love he is.
In the case of Loretta, I mean,
Yeah.
it feels like he's really taking care of his heart, right?
Yeah.
Because he's letting it open up to someone else. So while his relationships with his friends are
Yeah.
sort of falling to the wayside right now, he at least is letting his heart grow in a different way.
Right. He has got some heavy-duty therapy ahead of him.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
That's season 4, I guess.
So with that, we are going to play One Killer Game. So Oliver is usually the center of attention, but this episode also features a minor plot twist. Loretta is Dickie's mother. In the spirit of motherhood, let's play a game called Who's Your Mommy?
Oh my God.
To get you into character, we've given you a baby doll, and you're gonna give that baby doll some motherly advice, as though it's a character from the show. If I agree with the advice, I will coo.
Okay.
I'll say goo goo. And if I don't agree with the advice, I'll cry.
All
Wah.
right.
Okay? Who would you like to give advice to?
Oh, we're going Oliver.
Oliver?
100%.
Go for it.
Yeah. All right. Listen, I need you to stop being so selfish to your friends, okay? I need you to be available to them and just, be a good friend, all right? And be careful with Loretta, okay? Because she might be bad news. We don't know yet, but I just don't want you to get hurt, okay? And stop asking me for money. The end. Go to sleep.
Goo goo.
Yeah.
Goo goo. Great.
Aw,
Andrea, who would you like to give?
that was so great.
Isn't that sweet?
To Charles.
You're gonna give advice to Charles.
Yeah, Charles. Charles, you are a sweet, sweet boy. And I don't want you to be afraid of opening your heart. You met a beautiful girl, and she loves you so much. Don't break her heart. Ask her back. Give her a call. Look in her eyes and say, I love you, Joy. I know that my mommy's gonna love you too. Can you do that, Charles? Charles?
Goo goo.
Yeah.
Great advice. That baby went to the White Room. One more round. This
Okay.
time, don't tell me who it is. I'm gonna try to guess.
Okay. Ooh, seems like you're in a little bit of a love triangle right now. You don't really know who to choose. The new hot, beautiful, handsome, green-eyed, tall man, seems like you're having a love relationship with, or the nice guy who you kind of bond with over murder, okay? I need you to be protective of your heart as well. Don't make the wrong choice, all right? It might end up being the end of you, okay?
Goo goo.
Yeah.
Mabel.
Yeah.
Very well done. Andrea?
Well, you're a beautiful, talented woman, and I can see in your future 7 million awards, all for you. And I want to say, give somebody else a chance. A lot of people out there. Don't be such a hog.
I say goo goo.
Yeah.
And that's Loretta.
Yeah,
And only Loretta.
Yeah.
you better believe it.
Excellent. This was so fun. Now, I want to thank you so much for being here. We're going to need those babies back. And this has been One Killer Question. Until next time, call your mom.